Welcome to Lovegrove Wellness. Before you begin, please ensure that you are in good physical condition and ready to exercise. If you have any questions in regards to this, please consult with your doctor. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mel, and today I'm going to be taking you through a Vinyasa flow. So this will be suitable for all levels, so whether you're a beginner, intermediate or advanced. We're going to start on the floor, then we're going to move into some sun salutations. We've got a balance sequence which is going to incorporate warrior poses, and then we're going to finish back down on the floor and take a short shavasana. There'll be lots of options throughout, so please take the ones that are best for you today, with regressions and progressions throughout. Beginning in a seated position, either cross-legged or on your knees. Just bringing your hands to your lap or to your knees and closing your eyes. And we'll just focus on the breath, so breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Observing the way the breath is entering and exiting the body, and preparing the mind and body for your practice today. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes and we'll take some shoulder rolls back to open up through the chest. So lifting the shoulders up, back and down, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Settling the shoulders, slow head rolls now, chin to chest, ear to shoulder, eyes up to the ceiling, ear to the other shoulder, and back round through the centre. Continuing with the breathing as before. And remembering, if you feel any tight spots, just take a few more moments there and breathe into your stretch. Returning to centre, we'll go in the other direction now, so chin to chest, ear to shoulder, eyes to the ceiling, ear to shoulder, and back round through the centre. Settling the head back to centre, we're going to look over the left shoulder now. Bring the head back through centre and then looking over the right shoulder and back through to centre. And again, nice and slow, so we're feeling that stretch now down the side of the neck and into the shoulders. Settling the head back to center, bring the left arm up and over to the right side of the head. Inhale, exhale to apply gentle pressure through the side of the neck. As you exhale, you may want to apply slightly more pressure to increase that stretch. Releasing the hand, we'll go with the right arm this time. Inhale, exhale, reaching up and over to apply that gentle pressure through the side of the stretch into that neck stretch. Releasing the arm now, taking some side stretches. Inhale, arms to ceiling. Exhale, bring the left hand to the floor, right arm reaches over, opening the chest and eyes up to the ceiling. Inhale to center. Exhale, right hand to floor, left arm reaches over. Repeating again. Inhale through center. Exhale that side stretch, keeping the hips square. Inhale to center. And exhale to your right side. And again, inhale back through center. Exhale, side stretch, right arm reaches over. Inhale through center. Exhale to your right side. We've got one more round here. Inhale through center. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale back through center. And exhale, side stretch over to your right side. Bringing the hands down to the floor, moving into a tabletop position onto the hands and knees. Knees in line with hips, wrists in line with shoulders. Spread the fingers wide, palms flat, and creating a nice straight spine from the crown of the spine to the tailbone. Cat and cow now. Inhale, lift the chest and tailbone, arch the back. Exhale, scoop the belly up, rounding the spine, drop the head and tailbone. Inhale, arching for cow. And exhale, rounding for cat. Repeating in your own time, using that breath nice and slowly, keeping the arms straight and working through mobility in the spine. Settling back to tabletop pose, neutralizing the spine, thread the needle. Inhale, right arm lifts towards the ceiling, open the chest, look at the fingers. Exhale, threading under the left arm, palm to the ceiling, shoulder and ear to the floor. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale to thread under, keeping returning to tabletop, moving onto the left side. Inhale the left arm to the ceiling, open the chest, look up at the fingers. Exhale, threading under, relax the shoulder and ear down, palm to the ceiling. Inhale to lift up and exhale to thread under. Settling back to tabletop, feet hip width apart, coming to downward facing dog. Tucking the toes, inhale. Exhale, push the hips up and back to downward facing dog, aiming for the heels to press towards the floor, keeping the knees slightly bent if you need to and lifting the tailbone higher. Spread the fingers wide, palms flat on the floor, and rolling the armpits in towards each other to open the shoulders. We're going to walk the dog here, so pressing alternate heels down towards the floor to pedal the feet out. Settling the feet now, walking the feet towards the hands to the top of the mat, keeping the knees bent if you need to, and then stepping your feet hip width apart, staying in that fold for ragdoll, grabbing the elbows with the hands, relaxing the crown of the head towards the floor, tailbone high, and big bend in the knees if you need to. We're now going to take our ragdoll pose, and if you want to, just rocking from side to side. Releasing the arms now, rolling up through the spine slowly into your mountain pose, Tadasana, feet hip width apart or big toes together. Roll your shoulders up, back and down, lift your chest, tummy and tailbone in and standing tall through the crown of the head. Sun salutations. Inhale, arms rise to extended mountain pose, looking at the fingers. Exhale, bending the knees, tilting from the hips, diving into your forward fold, crown of the head relaxes to the floor. Inhale, right foot steps back into lunge, back knee down, lift the chest. Exhale, left foot steps back, feet hip width apart, downward facing dog, hips high. Inhale, rolling into plank. Option to place the knees down on the floor here if you need. Exhale, knees, chin, chest, or you can come full chaturanga. Inhale, lifting up to cobra, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, tuck your toes, push back to downward facing dog, hips high. Inhale, look to the hands, step your right foot through between the hands, lunge. Exhale, back knee down, option to untuck your back toes. Inhale, arms rise, extended mountain. Exhale, palms to chest. Taking a twist here, left elbow hooks the outside of the right knee and then try and push the palms to the centre of the chest, eyes to the ceiling. Option to progress here is to tuck the back toes and pushing the back knee up off the floor. We're holding here. Staying for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bringing the hands back down to the floor to frame your front foot when you're ready. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, step into forward fold, relax the crown of the head down. Inhale, arms rise, extended mountain pose. Exhale, arms down, Tadasana, mountain pose. Second round, slightly quicker. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left foot back to lunge, knee down. Lift the chest. Exhale, right foot back, downward facing dog, hips high. Inhale, roll to plank, knees down option. Exhale, knees, chin, chest or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, opening the chest. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog, hips high. Inhale, look to the hands, left foot steps through to lunge. Exhale, back knee down, untuck the back toes if you wish. Inhale, arms rise, extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands to chest. Inhale, right elbow hooks to left knee. Exhale, pushing the palms to the center of the chest, lifting the eye line. Option to tuck the back toes and push up to your lunge position, holding here for 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. From here, releasing the hands to frame the front foot again, coming into that lunge position. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to step in, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, extended mountain pose. Exhale, arms down, Tadasana. Inhale, arms rise, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right foot back, knee down. Lunge, lift the chest for the hip flexor stretch. Exhale, left foot steps back, downward facing dog, open the shoulders. Inhale, rolling to plank, wrists in line with shoulders. Exhale, knees, chin, chest or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, cobra or up dog. If in up dog, squeezing the thighs to lift the knees. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog, hips high. Inhale, right foot steps to the outside of the hands, this time for lizard pose. Exhale, back knee down, untuck the back toes. We're working on lowering the body towards the floor, so either staying on the hands or lowering to the forearms. If this is okay, option is to lift the back knee off the floor by tucking the back toes. Full lizard pose. Moving to corkscrew pose, bring the hands to the floor, back knee down. Turn the right toes out 45 degrees and let the knee drop out to the side. Push the weight forwards over the ankle. We're aiming to drop the hips towards the floor. Left hand stays on the floor. Inhale the right arm to the ceiling, palm facing out. Exhale, drop the arm behind the back, palm out, opening up through the chest. Should feel that stretch deeply into your hip flexor and into your glutes on your right leg. Option to progress here into full corkscrew by grabbing hold of the back foot, keeping the chest open and the weight forwards. Releasing from your option now, coming into your resting pose for child's pose. Pushing your hips back towards your heels, big toes together, knees hip width apart, either spreading the arms out long in front of you, or you can bring the arms down the side of the body, palms facing up, forehead resting towards the mat. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Taking the sequence on the second side, bring the hands to the floor, tuck your toes, feet hip width apart, inhale, exhale to downward facing dog, taking one flow, inhale to plank, exhale lowering halfway, inhale cobra or upward facing dog, exhale pushing back to downward facing dog, hips high. Inhale the left foot to the outside of the hands, knee in line with ankle, exhale back knee down, untuck the back toes.
either lowering the body to the floor or bringing forearms to floor. Option again is to tuck the back toes and lift the back knee off for full lizard pose. Remember, this is a deep stretch for the hip flexors, so try not to force anything and just breathe into your poses, in through the nose and out through the nose. Moving to corkscrew options now. Back knee to floor, coming up onto the hands, turning the left toes 45 degrees, dropping the knee out and dipping the hips to the floor. Right hand stays on the floor, inhale the left arm to the ceiling, exhale dropping behind the back, palm facing out, opening up the chest, staying here or increasing that stretch by grabbing the back foot for full corkscrew pose. If we're in full corkscrew pose, ensuring we're keeping the weight forwards and dipping the hips towards the floor. Releasing again into our resting pose for child's pose. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, inhale, exhale to downward facing dog, one flow. Inhale to plank, knees down if you wish, exhale lower knees, chin, chest or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale cobra or up dog, exhale hips high, downward facing dog. Completing the sun salutation, inhale right foot steps forward, so lunge, back knee down, lift the chest. Exhale left foot steps in, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, extended mountain pose. Exhale, arms down, Tadasana, mountain pose. Balance sequence now, tree pose, weight in the left leg, right foot comes either toes to floor, resting on the ankle, foot to the calf, or up to the thigh. Checking that we're not resting on the knee, so above or below the knee. Bring the foot to the leg, knee is out to the side, opening the hips. We bring our hands to our prayer position in front of the chest, focusing the eye line and the breathing. We're working on balance and core strength here. Remember, it's okay if you do wobble or if you need to take a lower option. Continuing with our balance sequence, warrior 3. Bring the knee back round to the front, taking the foot off the leg. Inhale, keep the foot lifted. Exhale, extending the right leg behind you for warrior 3. Palms stay in towards the center of the chest, focusing the eye line on the floor in front of you. Keeping a slight bend in the supported leg, and if it becomes too much, the right foot can come to the floor for a lunge. Moving to warrior 1 now, back foot down, toes to a 45-degree angle on that back foot. Heel pushes down and we push the little toe into the floor. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, sinking down into your warrior 1 position. Shoulders and hips are square to the front leg. We're aiming that front knee to a right angle. See if you can find a little bit more depth in this pose. Inhale, and as you exhale, sinking slightly deeper into the front leg. Warrior 3, adjusting the back foot if you need to. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, sinking down again into the front leg. Looking towards the front hand, palms facing down. This time we're opening up the hips by stacking the shoulders on top of the hips. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, windmill your hands to frame your front foot for lunge. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, look towards the hands, step or jump to your forward fold. Exhale, feet hip width apart, grabbing the elbows for ragdoll. Knees slightly relaxed, tailbone high, relaxing the crown of the head towards the floor. Releasing the arms now, slowly rolling up through the spine, we'll take our balance sequence, second side. Weight in the right leg, left foot comes to tree pose, toes to floor, foot to calf, or high to the thigh. Turning the knee out to open up through the hips, and remembering not to rest the foot onto the knee, so we're coming above or below the knee. Hands come to the center in front of the chest, opening up through the heart, and focusing the eye line. Continuing with the breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Warrior 3, bringing the knee back round to the front. Inhale, lifting the foot off. Exhale, lengthening the left leg behind you for Warrior 3. Keeping the chest open, shoulders back and down. Palms stay to the centre of the chest, focusing the eye line on the floor in front of you. Warrior 1, back foot comes down, toes out, back heel pushes down. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, sinking down into the front leg, aiming the knee in line with the ankle. We're pushing the little toes down on the left foot to ensure we're keeping the knee nice and strong, and keeping the shoulders stacked on top of the hips, shoulders and hips square to the front leg. Warrior 2, adjusting the back foot slightly if necessary. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, open the arms. Warrior 2, palms down, looking towards the front hand. Ensuring we're pushing our little toe down on that left foot again to strengthen the leg. Opening the hips now to the side of the room, stacking the shoulders on top of the hips, and keeping the right hip turned out by pushing the knee back in line with the little toe. Inhale, reach the right arm forwards. Exhale, windmill to frame the front foot. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, push back, down dog. From here, we're going to come into puppy dog pose. So drop the knees to the mat, hips stay high, reach the arms out long in front of us. This is a deep stretch for the shoulders and chest. Either taking the forehead to the mat. If that's okay, we're taking the chin to the mat. And if you want to press further, aiming the chest towards the mat, keeping the hips up in line with the knees. Staying on the mat, moving into a lying position now. Take the hands under the shoulders and lowering yourself all the way down onto the mat. Moving into another heart opener, snake pose, interlacing the hands behind the body. Inhale, squeezing the shoulder blades together, knuckles towards the feet. Exhale to lift the chest. We're keeping the eye line just in front of us, keeping the neck nice and relaxed. If this is too much, you can bring the hands to the floor just in front of the shoulders and just lifting up through the chest to take cobra pose. Releasing now, take the arms either side of the body and just resting the head onto one side. Snake pose, second round, interlacing the hands again. Inhale, squeezing the shoulder blades. Exhale, lift the chest. Option to progress by lifting the legs as well. We're aiming to keep the feet together and keeping the legs straight. Releasing, lowering the arms back to the floor and resting the head onto the other side now. Bring the hands under the shoulders. We're pushing back into our resting pose again now. Child's pose, big toes together, knees hip width apart, arms either long in front of you or either side of the body, palms facing up. Moving into a seated position now. So bringing your legs round to the front into a cross-legged position. We're going to take the right foot under and the left foot crosses in front. If you know an option of lotus, you can take that now. So you may wish to bring the foot to the calf or to the knee. Just check that that knee isn't lifting. Flex a foot to protect the knee. Even out the sit bones and sit nice and tall through the spine, from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. We're taking a twist now, so take the left arm behind the body and the right arm hooks over the left knee, palm facing out. Inhale, lift up out of the chest. Exhale, looking over your back shoulder. Keeping the chest open, hips square, and every time you exhale, see if you can take that eye line slightly further. Releasing the arms now, coming back round to the front, moving to eagle pose arms. Right arm comes forward, palm up. Left arm crosses over, either at the forearm or at the elbows. Flicking the fingers to the ceiling, connecting the backs of the hands, or if you can, connecting the palms of the hands. Inhale, lifting the fingers to the ceiling with the eye line. Exhale to stay here, feeling that stretch along the back of the shoulders into the neck. Releasing the arms now, palms facing forward, take a chest stretch, eyes to the ceiling. Bring the hands to the floor, feet to the floor, and windscreen wiper the knees side to side to ease off those hips. We're going to take the sequence now on the second side. Taking that left foot under, right foot in front, cross-legged position. Or if you want to take a version of lotus, foot to knee or calf, flexing the foot to protect the knee. And keep the hips square. Right hand behind the body, left arm crosses over the right knee. Inhale, lifting up out of the chest. Exhale to take your seated twist. Releasing the hands now, staying in your cross-legged position, eagle arms, left arm forward, palm up, right arm crosses over at the elbow or the forearms, fingers to the ceiling, backs of the hands or palms of the hands connect. Inhale, lifting the fingers to the ceiling with the eye line, exhale to hold here. Releasing the arms for your chest stretch, palms facing forwards, eyes to the ceiling, and then taking the feet to the floor, windscreen wiper the knees side to side. Coming into a lying position now, taking hold of the hamstrings, slowly lower yourself all the way down onto your mat into your supine position, preparing for our bridge. Bridge pose, feet hip width apart, lengthen the arms down the sides of the body and see if you can connect the fingers to the heels, keeping the tension between the knees. Inhale, and as you exhale, push your hips up towards the ceiling. We're trying to climb high onto the shoulder blades and keeping the ribs tucked in. If you can, reaching your fingers to your heels. You may want to grab your hands round your ankles, keeping the heels flat on the floor, or you may want to interlace your hands underneath you, draw your knuckles towards your feet, keeping the arms down on the floor. If this becomes uncomfortable at any time, slowly lower back down to a lying position. Releasing from your bridge pose, slowly bring your knees in towards your chest, give them a hug and rock side to side. We're going to take bridge pose for a second time. Bridge pose second time, either staying with bridge pose or if you'd like to progress into wheel pose, we're taking the arms above the head, tucking the fingers underneath the shoulders facing the feet, elbows facing the ceiling, keeping those triceps in towards the body. Inhale, and as you exhale, pushing up through the hands to take our full wheel pose. We're aiming to keep the arms straight in this position and open up through the chest. To progress, you can close the gap between the feet and the hands to increase this back bend. If you're in bridge pose and want to progress, you may wish to try your balance by lifting alternate legs at a time. If you're in wheel, slowly tuck the chin and lower yourself down to the floor, and we'll all bring our knees in towards our chest and give them a hug again, rocking side to side. Bringing the soles of the feet to the ceiling now, take the legs slightly wider than hip width apart and bend the knees in towards the armpits, coming to happy baby pose, grabbing the outsides or the insides of the feet. Or if it's more comfortable, you can take the feet together and keep the knees wide. Either staying in a lying position or you may wish to rock side to side, trying to keep the head down on the floor and tailbone down. We're going to take a few breaths now in this position before we move into our Shavasana. Releasing the legs, knees into the chest again and give them a hug, rocking side to side before lengthening the legs out long. Feet the width of the mat, let the toes drop out to the side, arms either side of the body, palms facing up or in towards the body for Shavasana. You can either soften your eye gaze or slowly start to close the eyes. And again, just bring awareness back to the breath, observing the way the breath is entering and exiting the body. Inhaling, feeling the rise of the chest, and exhaling, allowing the body to relax towards the floor. Inhale, rising, and exhaling, releasing any tension from your fingers, your toes, feeling that length down the arms and the legs, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears and keeping the neck long. We'll take a few moments now in your Shavasana. When you are ready, start to become aware of your surroundings, maybe listening to outside noises, bringing awareness back to the physical body. You might want to make small movements with fingers and toes, maybe stretching the arms and legs long, or bringing the knees in towards the chest and rocking again side to side. And in your own time, rolling onto your right side away from your heart, keeping your eyes closed if you need to, and just taking a few moments here to reflect on your practice today. Bringing yourself back to a seated position whenever you're ready, and slowly blinking your eyes open, allowing the light back in. Thank you for joining me for today's practice.